Hello, and welcome to another episode of Come with the Light and Reveal, where every Wednesday we talk about one of the beautiful stained glass windows that adorns our church here at NoHo First. And today, I've got the story of St. Thomas for you. Thomas was called Didymus, or the twin. Now, whose twin was he? Well, rumor is it was actually Jesus, because he looked so much like the Messiah. Thomas might have been Jesus' younger brother or his cousin. He actually learned carpentry from Joseph. Because of his training, one of Thomas's symbols is a carpenter's square, like the one you see in our window here. You know Thomas by his nickname, Doubting Thomas, because when Jesus first rose from the dead, Thomas didn't believe. He wasn't with the group of disciples that Jesus first appeared to, and so he said, "No, I need proof. Until I can see the holes in his hands where the nails were, I won't believe." But the next time all the disciples were gathered in a locked room, Jesus appeared to them, and he went straight for Thomas and said, "Put your fingers here. See my hands. Stop doubting and believe." And Jesus then blessed all future believers and said, "Blessed are those that have never seen and yet believe." Now, the symbol on the other side of the window, the house next to Thomas, tells of an old tradition in Thomas's ministry. A rich and powerful king from India sent an agent to Jerusalem to find someone, a carpenter, that would build him a brilliant, beautiful house. The agent had heard of Thomas's skill as a carpenter and offered the job to him, but Thomas actually turned the agent down because he didn't see his ministry as going anywhere to a land that he didn't know. However, the next day, rumor has it that Thomas saw Jesus leaving with the agent. And Jesus explained that someone had to carry the word to India. And if Thomas wasn't going to do it, Jesus would go himself. So of course, Thomas went. The king showed Thomas where to build his mansion. The area notoriously flooded during the monsoons, and the people in the area were quite poor. Thomas arranged for money for the construction and told the king to return after the rain. Throughout the whole rainy season, the king sent money and imagined his glorious mansion. At the end of the rainy season, the king and his brother went back on a trip to see the mansion for themselves. But the king's brother died on this return trip. And when the king got to the location, he saw that there was no mansion. Thomas had given all the money to the poor. And the king was so angry that he threw Thomas in jail and said that he would execute him the next day. However, the king's dearly departed brother appeared to him in a dream and said that there was a mansion in heaven. And rooms there had been prepared for the king from the prayers of gratitude and thankfulness from the poor that Thomas had fed. And so the king, overwhelmed, called Thomas to him and asked to learn the ministry of life, salvation, and service of Jesus Christ. This window of St. Thomas was lovingly dedicated to our church as a gift from Rex and Nez Smith. Thank you so much for joining us for Come with the Light and Reveal. We will see you next week for another window and another story. God bless.